Hey YouTube. So apparently there's still uploader problems, and so I still have to deal with that. It's very frustrating. I have another camera which I've considered using, but I don't know that the quality of video is very good on it. And actually, this video is better. Like, the video from my computer is better than what's on the camera. And it may be a matter of like changing settings, so I'll check it out and see. You're in a different place today. Usually I'm in the computer chair that my computer is on right now, but right now I'm on the floor because I'm organizing. I usually do that at the end of the month. I take all the stuff out of my inbox, and which was like overflowing, and get everything filed away so that I'm ready for the next month. And I do my Outlook and get my entire life plan for like the next 2 months, you know, towards the end of the month, because that's when I get the busiest anyway. And you know, and then when the beginning of the month comes, I'll forget all the things that I'm supposed to be doing. So and today's Thursday. So usually, you know, I don't get home till late, and I'm usually pretty exhausted, and I usually have a really bad Thursday. And today when I come home, I actually have to type up business plans, so which are due tomorrow early. So I really need to vlog now while I have a little bit of a break, rather than doing it later tonight. And I was kind of considering all kinds of things that I should talk about, but I thought I would go ahead and tell you how everything went with Mitch and my dad. So I mentioned before that my dad really likes to plan 6 billion things during a day. In all actuality, children can only do like one big event a day, and adults can really only do 2, because after that you get really exhausted and cranky and stuff. But yeah, again, my dad planned, you know, 60 billion things. So at some point on Saturday, after waking up at I woke up at 6 a.m. I woke everybody else up at 6:30, and so my dad had planned for us to have breakfast. So he cooked breakfast, which was really good, and then he took us to a swamp. It wasn't a swamp. Well, it was a swamp, but it was Caw Plantation, which is an old rice plantation. I'm in South Carolina. Rice was like the main cash crop here during slavery times or whatever. So it's like the remnants of a plantation, but they have all these paths cut out, and it was really pretty. And Mitch took a lot of pictures, and my dad had fun with the kids. And then we went to a Halloween monstrosity. It really was a monstrosity. It was so expensive. I've never seen a carnival like so freaking expensive. So we went and did that, and then and I was exhausted. I was dead tired. And then Mitch and I came home, and we went to the hotel home momentarily, and we talked for a little bit, and then we went to bed. And then my dad called at 7:30 in the morning on Sunday, like, "Are you coming down for breakfast?" I was like, yeah, shortly. I'm not hungry yet. First of all, I don't do breakfast, and second, and he knows that. I do Starbucks, possibly, but I still don't eat. I just need coffee. And second of all, it was 7:30 in the freaking morning, Dad. Who is awake then on a Sunday morning? So I'm just really not a morning person. So we went and had breakfast, and the kids had a pool party, and then we went out to lunch, and then my dad took the kids shopping, and then he took them to a bookstore, and then we had to drive back here, and then we had to run by my grandmother's house, and my uncle was there from New York, and so Mitch got to meet him briefly. And then, you know, it was just like, it was one thing after the other, and then I had to drop my kids off so that we could have dinner with my dad privately, like just adults. And so we go to this place called the Blue Marlin. It's kind of a seafood place. It's nice though. And we ordered dinner, and we were just kind of chit-chatting back and forth. And then dessert, you know, they were like, "Do you want dessert?" And I was like, well, let me just see the menu, which in all actuality means, let me just see if there's anything on there that I'll have to work off later this week to maintain like my weight. And, so we got this key lime pie, which was extraordinary. And I was in the middle of like really eating this key lime pie, and I was thinking to myself, we got through this unscathed. Like, he's not going to say anything to him. And then suddenly, you know, I had this bite of like key lime orgasm in my mouth, and my dad puts a spoon down and he goes, so exactly how serious are you guys? And I just looked at Mitch, because if I had to answer, key lime pie would have come out of my nose. And Mitch was like, well, I love your daughter to death, and I love the kids, and I really want them to be happy, and I've always told them if it wasn't with me, I just wanted them to be happy, period. So pretty serious. And so my dad talked to him about the financial and emotional ramifications of marrying a woman with children, and they talked back and forth, but altogether it went really well. I, the whole time, had this like running dialogue in my head, because I didn't say a word. It was basically like, I want a cigarette right now. And then like I had another moment where I was like, I want a cigarette and a drink right now. And then another moment where I was like, I want a cigarette and a drink and some chocolate right now. And possibly another drink. Because I was just really nervous. But Mitch totally handled it, and my dad liked him. So I had breakfast with my dad the next morning, and he said, the jury's still out, but he seems like a really great guy. I like him. So, Dad's seal of approval makes me all the more happy. So, and my older brother really liked him too. So I guess he's passed all the tests that he can possibly pass. Now he just has to like make it through my emotional like tornado. But besides that, like, we had a really great time. I was totally exhausted for the beginning of the week, so I couldn't vlog, and I didn't want to deal with YouTube's uploading issues, and whatever. I had a lot of stuff to do. So anyway, I just wanted to stop in and say hi, because I won't see you tonight. But I'll talk to you a little bit tomorrow, and I'm really busy this weekend, so probably not this weekend. But I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and if not, I hope that your radio and your speakers work on your car and your coffee cup doesn't leak, because Tuesday I had that kind of day, and today I could have had that kind of day, except for my coffee cup didn't leak and my speaker and my radio worked. So even though it was a rough start to the morning, I actually had a pretty decent day. So I hope the same for you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, YouTube.